Hello peeps, and welcome to Sundays with Sparky! How is it going, my friends? How is it going? It's been a couple of weeks. I didn't do one, not last week, but the week before, because I was travelling up north to see my friends. And then the Sunday after that, I was still up north and didn't have this camera with me. So I could have done, I guess I could have done like a little video on my phone, but it wouldn't have been all that interesting or anything, really. It would have just been like, oh, okay, and then that would have been it. So I decided not to bother. So I had some time away, which was really nice. I didn't really want to come back, although I was still putting out content, so that didn't change. Because I took my computer with me, because we're all gaming nerds, so it just kind of made sense to take my pooter. So this week we had Darkest Dungeon. This week and last week we had Darkest Dungeon start last week. Part 2 came out this week. I'm quite enjoying it. I hope that it's... I wanted to put something else out because I found that it was literally, for a while, it was literally just Hearthstone and GTA 5 and nothing else. So I was like, we need to break this up a little bit. So got some Darkest Dungeon, so that's completely different from everything else. Obviously, Big Deck Player is going to continue every Friday until I decide not to stop doing it. It's my most popular show, so why would I stop? And we had another GTA 5 video this week. Next week is the last one of the 5 super awesome GTA 5 scavenger hunt extravaganzas. So the last one will be next week, and then I don't know what's going to happen. I'm hoping that we will get another series recorded at some point. I've already started coming up with new challenges for the next one, so hopefully we'll find a day where we can all get together soon and record, because that would be very, very cool. We had a Paladin deck in the Big Deck Player this week, and that has already been very, very successful, and if you enjoy playing Hearthstone, check it out, because it's pretty fun. Suki and Grayson and a few other people have been talking about doing a D&D campaign. Now, I've never really played Dungeons and Dragons. I think I played a little bit of it like 10 years ago or something, and I don't think it was like I don't even remember having a character sheet, so maybe it wasn't that, maybe it was something else, I don't know. I have no idea. So yeah, so I've kind of been investigating that. So I haven't watched an awful lot of films over the last couple of weeks, because I've been watching a series on the Geek and Sundry YouTube channel called Critical Role, which are a bunch of voice actors playing Dungeons and Dragons, and it's actually really good. If you've ever had any kind of interest in possibly playing Dungeons and Dragons, or just trying to find out what it's like, watch that series, because that's kind of like, that's like probably as good as it gets. I mean, obviously, you know, if you're playing with friends, it's probably going to be better, because you'll have little jokes and inside jokes that you can like slip in and stuff. But they do because they're voice actors, they do the voices for all their characters really well, and they kind of get into character and role play stuff really well. And it's really good, surprisingly so. I was a bit kind of like, is this going to be too nerdy for me? Is this going to be a little bit too far? But it's not. So there you go. There used to be a board game that I played when I was a kid called Hero Quest. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. And I used to love playing that game. Absolutely love playing it. And it's not too dissimilar from Dungeons and Dragons. So I guess I've always been into it, but just without ever playing it, if that's even a thing. So as far as movies are concerned, as I say, I haven't really watched a huge amount, because I've not been here where my big collection of DVDs are. But we did go to the cinema while I was up in Yorkshire, and we went to see Straight Outta Compton, which is probably one of the best films I've seen this year. I'm not quite sure it would really compete with Mad Max. I think Mad Max is still the best one I've seen this year. But I think Straight Outta Compton, it was really, really good, and I think I would put that in my. It's certainly going to be in my top 5 at the end of this year. Maybe number 2, maybe. But there's still many months to go, so maybe there's like a whole bunch of great movies that are going to come out that I think are better. But if you have any interest in hip hop or rap, or if you like in music in general, really, I mean, I'm not hugely into rap music. I've got a few CDs on my collection up there. I think I've got some Dre and some Eminem. Does Rage Against the Machine count? I guess it's rap, so obviously Rage Against the Machine's up there. Oh, and I've got like a hip hop classics compilation. But yeah, so I don't mind it. It's not my favourite type of music to listen to, because most people will probably know already that I'm kind of into my metal. But NWA was such a huge thing for rap music and kind of just American culture in general, really. That, you know, it's an important. I mean, they kind of did for rap and hip hop for stuff like what Sex Pistols did for punk, you know, and a lot of people kind of forget to mention people like that because people are so fixated on bands like Sex Pistols or Nirvana or the Beatles or Rolling Stones, or, you know, these bands that kind of come along and change everything up forever, like Black Sabbath and Led Zeppelin. You know, they always think about the rock bands, but they never ever mention bands or groups, I guess, like NWA, Public Enemy, Run DMC. They always forget about them, and they never realise quite how influential those people are. I mean, Dre's still going now, from when he started in NWA. And if it hadn't been for Dre, they forgot about Dre, is what the problem is. See what I did there? Doesn't matter. You know, if it hadn't been for him, we probably wouldn't have had Eminem or 50 Cent or a whole bunch of other people. And all you cool kids wouldn't be walking around with those headphones. So there you go. Pretty important. And Ice Cube as well, who's like, I had no idea that he did as much of the writing as he did, which was really cool and really interesting. But I had also had no idea that he wrote films, or he has been writing films, like Boys in the Hood and Friday as well. No idea. So, you know, he's a very talented man, and I had no idea until I saw this film. So you need to see it because it's brilliantly acted by a whole bunch of people I've never heard of before, apart from Paul Giamatti. Paul Giamatti's in it, and he's like the only actor I know of in that movie. But it's fantastic. And Ice Cube's son plays Ice Cube, and he looks just like Ice Cube, and it's amazing. It's so good. It's so good. So yeah, as long as you don't mind quite a lot of swearing, then you should go and see Straight Outta Compton, and try not to be chanting one of their most famous lyrics as you come out afterwards, after seeing it. I didn't do that. Coming straight from the underground. Anyway, so that's pretty much it. I'm gonna try and get back into the swing of doing this each week again, like I was previously. But if it doesn't happen every week, then maybe I'll put something else out. Maybe I can do one of these less often and put more gaming stuff out instead. Would that be better? Would you like that more? I don't know. Tell me what you think in the comments below, if you think that would be good. Also, if you'd like to see a Q&A video at any point, again, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. I will put a link in the description to a straw poll in regards to the GTA 5 scavenger hunt. So you can vote for who you think is going to win the overall thing. You won't actually find out at the end of the next episode. You'll actually find out at the beginning of the next series. But it's just a bit of fun. So if I remember, I'll put that in the description. Thanks very much for watching, and I will see you next week. Goodbye.